Kia ora, I'm Jorge. I'm the Marine Lead at Mountains to Sea Wellington, and I'm here with my team today at Worcester Bay. We're a non-for-profit trust. What we do is connect people with Te Taios through education programs, community events, and restoration projects. Today what we're doing is part of the Love Rimurimu project, which is a project we established 5 years ago to regenerate the kelp forest in the Wellington Harbour.
Kia ora, I'm Zoe Studd. I'm the co-founder and co-director of Mountains to Sea Wellington. We initiated the Love Rimurimu project because we became aware that our underwater forests are essentially out of sight and out of mind for most people. We really wanted to start to get people to fall in love with seaweed. So Love Rimurimu in its first year was just about a reconnection with ocean forests and thinking about them in the same way that we think about our forests on land.
Today's quite special because it's the first time we've opened this activity to anyone in the public.
I'm Carmel. I volunteered with Mountains to Sea. This is my third year. I've been doing lots of community snorkels, so this is really cool that we get to come out and help plant some baby seaweed.
My name's Sean. I'm here to help out the marine environment by volunteering to plant some of the little seaweeds, little kelps.
I'm Laura Forrest. I am here because I'm a giant seaweed nerd and love being in the marine environment and love being involved with Mountains to Sea Wellington.
And how about the temperature out there?
Well, it's really toasty in the wetsuit. Being in the water might be a different story, but hopefully we'll be pretty well insulated with our booties and our gloves and our hoods.
So he will be putting the seaweed bottles inside this tray. And in that tray there will also be a marker rock.
I'm Hayley. I'm the Science and Monitoring Coordinator for the Love Rimurimu Restoration Project. I believe the concept is amazing because we're educating people, we're involving them and getting them excited about the marine environment, and we're also trying to restore and conserve it.
We're planting giant kelp, Macrocystis pyrifera. They can grow up to 40-50 meters tall. There's been a decline of this giant kelp forest in our harbour, and they're really important for producing habitat for different biodiversity. It protects our coastlines. It could help with climate change by absorbing CO2. So we're trying to do our best to bring them back to health.
So my name's Joe. I am the agriculture technician with Love Rimurimu, which basically means that I spend a lot of time in the nursery space growing the baby seaweeds. I come out here where our kelp forest is, I collect all that fertile material, take it back to the lab, seed it out onto rocks, and then we bring it back out this way when it's started to grow a little bit, and we chuck it back in the water, hopefully restore some kelp forest.
What's wrong with doing it this way? You're squishing the baby!
So my name is Ronnie. I am the volunteer coordinator at Mountains to Sea Wellington. So I help these guys get trained up. I'm really glad we have us and the Yellow Rashies around to support the team so that they are looked after in the water.
When we started the project, we did a lot of research around other projects doing something similar, universities doing research projects. We've got some really good partners here in Wellington too, Vic Uni and Earth Sciences New Zealand, Taranaki Wanui. So we got all together, started researching species of interest we could be using here to restore our kelp forests. More broadly, we're also part of the Kelp Forest Alliance, and they're trying to restore 1 million hectares by 2030, and we've pledged to restore a hectare, which doesn't sound like much, but it's very time-consuming trying to restore that 1 hectare.
It's cool mahi. I enjoy it because it's a lot of problem solving, it's a lot of, spending time in nature. And our kelp forest is so incredibly important. Like, you spend any time diving around giant kelp forest and you see it. Like, the biodiversity is always popping off, and then you go a little bit outside of the kelp forest and it just drops off. So without our kelp forest, we lose so much of that natural beauty and just incredible animal life.
Some of the really big things that are happening inside Wellington Harbour is sedimentation. So every time it rains, we get a huge amount coming down our rivers, and that actually ends up blocking light from our seaweed forest, which is incredibly important for them to be able to grow. We've got ecosystem imbalances, the loss of top predators, crayfish, red moki, snapper. They're really critical, but they're also really tasty. So they're often the first things that disappear from an ecosystem. And they're really important for keeping other species in check. And without the grazers kept in check, we get this proliferation of sea urchins, and those sea urchins sometimes completely denude a rocky reef of seaweeds in a really quick period of time.
How are you finding it?
Oh, that was hard. I need more weight. But it's a good experience. Quite rough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's always beautiful.
Today was pretty good. Got all of our seaweeds planted out. It was a lot of people's first times trying to do proper duck diving, advanced snorkeling. Few big waves kind of took us by surprise, but yeah, lots of learnings, which is good.
What's been really inspirational for me about the project is watching people bring their own sort of set of skills and expertise, and that's been really rich. So the collaborations at the heart of the project have kind of built and formed this amazing sort of ecosystem and web of people who really care about our harbour, and that's really wonderful to be amongst that.
Yay! Look at that. What are you doing, Joe?
Job.
Can I line up for your service next?